in their copybox, but as well they do it in a much more engaging and fun way. Collaborative projects and works are other efficient techniques for which student skills in mastering new assimilated lexical units can be tested. As individual and collaborative digital tools, teachers can use Wakelet, Sway, Lino, and Satori. So through these tools, teachers can test pupils' mastering of new lexical units by creating some digital stories with a mix of text, pictures, and other multimedia pieces, by creating some personal stories, interactive projects such as interviews, event planning, videos, recipes. As well, students can design a digital book. As well, teachers can test the new vocabulary units that have been presented to them and practice through some writing, listening, or reading comprehension activities that are displayed, that are performed in these four digital tools. So all of them, they serve as a digital portfolio tool where students can offer highlights of their written and visual work on the web. As well, as for Sway, Lino with Satori, Wakelet, students can create a digital presentation, a project research on a topic, and then adding appropriate pictures to heighten the effect of their presentation. Students can import passages from a short story, from a novel, or from a play, and then to include pictures and video to tell this story visually.
Also, the new vocabulary can be tested through oral activities such interviews, role play, monologues, and narrations. The tech tools that we can use for testing vocabulary in oral form are Voki and Blabberies or Blabberize. We can pronounce this in two ways. Using these tools, pupils can customize different characters of living people, animals, and cartoons by recording their own voice. In this way, students can work in pairs, creating dialogues or conversations. They can, these tools can be also used to create and tell stories, speeches, monologues, role plays, and so on. It is fun and students enjoy it. As well, testing new vocabulary can be tested through writing activities that involve the using of words in context. The activities that we can use as testing vocabulary in writing are quizzes, multiple choice, gap filling, close test, text, translation, and transformation, and true or false. The tech tools that help us to realize these types of activities are quizzes and wise.me. With wise.me, teachers can create digital worksheets by using different types of questions, incorporating pictures and videos, and even recording their own voice. Teachers can ask students to label pictures, categorize the information, or respond to open-ended questions or multiple choice questions, or even to respond to a video content. Also, they can create close reading activities for developing the reading comprehension of learners. Quizzes tag offers the possibility to teachers to test their pupils such different types of questions like multiple choice, fill in, open-ended questions, and so on. In using this tool, the pupils can be tested using a game, because quizzes is a game.
There are a variety of digital tools that we have mentioned above, and resources that are readily available and feasible to implement in today's schools. Nevertheless, teachers, so you are encouraged to select one or more of these digital tools to try out and to adapt to your particular students, curricula, and teaching context. So you have to choose to adapt, to personalize the tool, the digital tools that is more convenient and appropriate for you and for your pupils.
Everyone is conscious that testing is important for a teacher, because he or she can detect the progress of learner. As well, using testing, he or she can elaborate a working plan for improving vocabulary of the learner. On the other hand, by testing, learner can appreciate his or her level of knowledge, the vocabulary. For this reason, we propose you to join my quiz to help us to understand the effectiveness of our presentation.
So I am setting the link of this quiz also in chat. And you are welcome to open it, to click on it, to go on quizzes.com and to check your knowledge about the information that we have presented today. So it's everything about teaching how to improve learners' abilities in mastering new lexical units. So you are welcome to check your memory, your attention, what you have memorized. So have you accessed it? Does the link? Oh yes, I'm going to present the code.
So Inga, please share the screen.
Yes, I'm sharing it, and you can see the code. Okay, so are you ready? So the code is 284963. So you can see it on the screen. 248963. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's wait for the participants to join, and after that we'll start the quiz. So it's a live one quiz. So the teachers can observe and to follow the students' progress while they are doing this quiz. Okay, just one person joined.
Please don't worry, the questions are easy.
So it's about the information that we have presented about teaching vocabulary. So steps, stages of teaching vocabulary, techniques, and strategies used at each stage, and as well the tech tools that is suitable for each stage, because not all these tech tools that we have mentioned are suitable to all these stages. And in such way, you will check your memory, your attention. Okay, just 3 people join. So we'll wait a little bit more, and after that, we'll start. Please feel free to join. Shall we start? Does the link work for anybody? Okay. Okay, so let's start then. Here as teacher, you can follow and observe the pupils' progress, their answers as well, their what they are doing. So far, everything is done correctly.
Yes, we have just 10 questions. So,
can see that 3 out of 4 is done, is already done. And just some minutes to see who is the winner. Okay, so as we can see, the winner is Nadezhda, so congratulations. And so it's on the first place. The second one is DMA, and the third one is Mikhaela. So congratulations to all of you. In this way, we challenge everyone to go digitally. So to use digital with word learning. So these digital tools that we have mentioned, so they are supposed to support the active learning and interest in essential words to vocabulary development. So in a digital world, knowing how to use the tools and resources so available is it's a part of becoming a strategic learner. So we hope that all these examples that we have provided to you, it's a useful and evocative jumping off point for integrating technology and media in your students' vocabulary learning experience. So thank you very much for your attention and patience.
Thank you, Inga and Andriana. And we will continue with Mikhaela Kochug. She will talk about grammar teaching and practicing tools. Mikhaela, you can start.
Good afternoon. Do you hear me?
Yes,
we do.
Okay, let me introduce. My name is Mikhaela Kochug. I am an English teacher at Linguata and still a student at the Pedagogical University here in Chisinau. It is my great honor and pleasure to share my experience with you today, and I will appreciate your participation and involvement during my presentation. Let's get started. So, as Dimitrița has already told you, I'm going to discuss teaching grammar strategies and tools. To start, I want to think together and answer the question, what does teaching grammar mean? So you are free to write your answers in the chat, or if you have a possibility to turn on your microphone and share your ideas with us. Write a few words or a short sentence. Challenge. Yes, it is challenging. It is challenging for us to teach it. I mean, the teachers, and it's challenging for students to learn it. Sometimes they can find it really difficult. Grammar rules. Yes. Okay. Teaching rules, exceptions, then using them. That's right. So sometimes they know the rules, but while working, they don't apply them. And that's why they make a lot of mistakes but that's perfectly normal during the learning process. Yeah, acquiring some grammar structures. Okay. Any other ideas? Those who can speak are free to turn on their microphones. Lots of exercises.
A lot of drilling.
Yes, drilling exercises, yes. I totally agree. Okay, I guess it's everything. And now I will show you what it means for me. So it means enabling language students to use linguistic forms accurately, meaningfully, and appropriately. There is another question for you. What do you think? Would you agree or disagree with the following statement? It's not important for students to use correct grammar when they are talking, as long as we are getting their message across. It's not important for students to use correct grammar when they are writing, as long as they are getting their message across.
Okay, sorry, we see only the first page.
Sorry.
We see only grammar.
I will stop sharing and then share it again. So this was the previous slide. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make it bigger.
Mihaela, you have a button on the right side.
Where?
Below.
Below. Here?
No.
Sorry, just a minute.
Down you have where you can minimize or in the right side down.
Here?
Yes, and near
Okay.
on the yes.
Thank you. Now, do you see the current slide? What do you think?
Now we see, what does teaching grammar mean, this slide? See the slide, what does teaching mean?
It's really strange. Now?
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yes, we see.
Yeah, fortunately you can see it now. So would you agree or disagree with this statement? It's not important for students to use correct grammar when they are talking, as long as they are getting their message across. It's not important for students to use correct grammar when they are writing, as long as they are getting their message across. So do you agree or disagree? We have something in the chat. 50-50, yes, so you partially agree. Can you explain why? In a short sentence.
It will be more convenient if I speak here. Well, it's good that they can get their message across. It's a great benefit. It's a plus without any doubts. But of course, it would be better if they could write or speak correctly. That is why 50-50.
Yes, there are a lot of students, usually adults, who say, don't teach me grammar, I just want to speak. But how can you speak correctly without grammar. So you need to know how to link the words correctly and to get a message.
Yeah.
across.
Okay.
Mhm.
If we look at the teaching from communicative aspect, the main aim of learning, of teaching, is to make our students to communicate.
Yes.
And the mean of the purpose of communication is to send the message, to pass the message. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
grammar is important, but not crucial in this situation. Yeah,
Yes.
it matters. It's important, but not crucial.
Yes, I do agree that it's not crucial, but ideally they should know grammar and apply it. That's ideally. So here we have a case study. I'm showing the house where I currently live to one of my friends. Would it be correct to say, I lived here for 6 months? Yes.
Grammatically, no, but the meaning still remains the same.
The meaning still remains the same. But we have the word currently. So that means that ideally we should use present perfect. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Because if I say I lived here for 6 months, that means I lived in the past for 6 months, but I stopped living there. And now I have another house, yeah? So that's why it would be better and more appropriately to say I have lived here for 6 months. These are some things we need to consider while teaching grammar. What learning background do your students have? So we need to know whether they are beginners or advanced. Is the topic linked to the previous grammar topics? For example, when we're teaching present perfect continuous, they should already know, they must know present perfect simple in order to make the difference. And do you teach this topic for the first time or consolidate it? What are the objectives of this or that class? Will your students be able to use one, several, or all the structures from that topic at the end of a lesson? For example, if you're teaching past simple, are you going to teach them how to use past simple for to be, for regular verbs, or for regular and irregular verbs? So that matters. And what learning materials and resources are available, such as flashcards, worksheets, printables, online platforms, and others. Grammatical structures not only have form, they are also used to express meaning in context-appropriate use. So we need to answer these questions while talking about the meaning. What does it mean? The form, how is it formed? And the use, when or why is it used? That's about appropriateness. Do you see the right slide? Okay.
We see grammatical structures. This
Yeah.
one, yeah?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, you should think, why is grammar challenging? We already know that it is challenging, but why? Mention some of the reasons, please.
It has lots of exceptions.
That's right.
People tend to forget in general.
Yes. Yeah, but people also tend to forget vocabulary. But why grammar is challenging?
They don't practice regularly.
They don't practice enough. Yes, they practice during their lessons at school, but they don't practice it in their social and daily life.
Students are not keen on learning grammar. Namely.
Why aren't they keen on learning grammar?
It's boring.
Yes. Okay, so
Too many rules.
these are some of the reasons I wrote. So very often your students may find it boring, unimportant, or less important than vocabulary, and difficult to understand. That's why they might encounter understanding problems and practice it unwillingly. Unlike vocabulary, which is practiced by them a lot while reading, listening to music, playing video games, or watching movies, grammar is really challenging among language learners. It is more complicated for them to understand and practice grammar because they have very little contact with it. This is one of the reasons that you have mentioned. This is why you need to practice grammar as much as possible, ideally by using a wide range of modern and attractive tools that will motivate your learners and help you to teach more effectively. I therefore recommend everyone the following sites and online platforms. So ISL Collective, Liveworksheets, Bamboozle, and quizzes.com. I want to practice some grammar with you by playing a team game. Let's hope it will be possible. Just a moment. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm opening the bamboozle.com site. By the way, this is one of my students' favorite games. They always ask me, when are we going to play it next time? So as I have mentioned the present perfect, let's find the present perfect game. So here, there are a lot of games that are created by other teachers. So if you don't have time, you can choose one from these existent ones. If it's not convenient for you, you can create your own game.
Do you know how many games we can create for free?
I don't think there is a limit. I'm not sure, but I think it's not a limit.
Thank you.
As many as you want, probably. So let's choose one.
I'm subscribed to Bamboozle, but I don't know how to find something on it.
Oh, just a moment. Let's.
I see now.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Okay. So here you can search them. You just introduce what you need to find. So I'm introducing present perfect. There are a lot of games that are already created and ready for you to use them. Let's choose the first one. Okay, so let's play it. You can choose how many teams you want to create. If your version is free, I guess you can choose just 2 teams. And let's choose 16 questions. Classic. So we have team 1, team 2. Now, the members from teams can choose from the numbers to open them and answer the questions. So let's start by opening them. I will choose from the list of members that I can see on my screen. Anastasia, can you speak?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, choose a number, please.
7.
7. Okay, so other team loses 10 points. It's not only about grammar, it's about luck as well. Team 2. Nadezhda Bachmanova, can you speak?
Yes, I can. Number 12, let it be.
Number 12. Okay, so you have to complete this sentence.
I had a cold. I have had a cold since last week.
Okay, so you got it right. Dumitrița, can you open a question?
6. They live here all their life.
Can you repeat? They
Lived.
lived. So you got it wrong because the task is to fill in by using present perfect. And oops for you.
Yeah.
Be more careful next time. Valentina?
Number 1. My brother hasn't driven a car before.
Yes. Inga?
Yes, 9.
9. Okay.
The dog has broken its leg.
That's correct. So 20 points for team 1. Carolina, can you?
Yes. Number 3. I don't see the verb in parentheses. Can you in the brackets?
Forget.
She has forgotten her phone at home. Yes. She has forgotten.
Yes, that's right. Ala.
May I?
Who?
Hi, Carolina.
Please.
10.
Yeah.
Again, I don't see the verb.
Play.
Play. He has played the piano for 5 years.
Lily. Adriana. She's not here probably. There's something in the chat. Lily. 11. Have lost. Okay. That's correct. Nadezhda?
Let it be 13. Students never choose this number.
It is sometimes lucky.
Yes, I have visited. Unfortunately, I haven't.
Maybe you will.
Surely. Let's be optimistic.
Yes. Inga?
8. The author has written a series of history novels.
Okay. Dumitrița?
2. The football team
Has one.
has on, yes.
Has one. Okay. Olga? Not here, probably. Tatiana? Who's here? You can choose a question to answer.
May I?
Of course.
15.
12 points.
Okay. Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. Give 20 points. Oops.
Okay, 14.
14.
My mom has made a cake for the party tonight. Okay.
Anyone else?
May I?
Yes.
Number 4. She has flown to London 3 times this month.
Okay. And who hasn't answered a single question?
Okay. May I?
Yes.
60.
Yeah, lose 10 points.
Unlucky.
It isn't your lucky number. Yeah, so who won? Let's say team 2 are the winners. Okay, so let's go to the next site or platform from our list. It is Liveworksheets.com. So we can use this site to practice grammar as well as vocabulary, because Adriana and Inga have already mentioned it, but I'm going to show you how it works. So let's write present perfect here. And choose one of the worksheets that are given. Okay. So do you see the worksheet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So luckily we have the rules here as well. So if your students forgot, you can do a quick revision and then go to practice. Let's complete 2 sentences, and I guess it's enough for this one. Carolina, can you?
Yes. I have studied French.
Okay.
All the sentences, yes? Or
okay, and the next one?
She has eaten octopus.
When you finish the worksheet, you can go to check it. So press finish, check my answers, and go to see. So the correct answers are in green, the missing answers or the wrong ones are in red. So you can see your score at the end. It is a good variant to assign it as homework, so your students can see their marks at the end. Have you worked with this site before?
Which one you mean?
Liveworksheets.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes,
What about
yes,
Bamboozle?
I have never worked, for example, but I will try because I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's good to know. The next one in our list was, sorry, I think I stopped sharing. Another one was ISL Collective. Have you ever used it?
Yes.
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 Do you like it?
Yes, it is okay.
It is okay because you have
Not always possible to download something from it.
Yes, so you have worksheets, PowerPoint presentations, and you can also practice different topics while playing videos. So let's find it. Let's find a game on the related topic. Present perfect. My students also enjoy this one. They love watching and listening something and practicing during the activity.
Michaela, sorry for interrupting you, but we can't see your screen. Are you showing the tool?
Yes, sorry. Do you see it now?
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm. And let's choose one. I will share my computer sound as well. Do you see it?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Okay. So you need to put the words in the right order. Inga, would you like to try?
May I?
Okay, yes.
Yes, the man has found a blue tablet.
Mhm. Who wants to reword the next sentence?
May I?
Who?
Carolina.
Carolina,
I'm
okay.
active. Behind his back has appeared a giant sphinx.
Behind. Did you say behind?
Yes,
Is that
yes,
correct?
behind.
His back, okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
has appeared.
No, it's the end of the sentence, behind his back.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
the last,
Start from
the
there.
last word. Mhm.
Appeared.
Okay, so
Mhm.
The giant sphinx has appeared behind his back.
it is not difficult to guess that there is the first word. Giant sphinx has appeared behind.
Behind his back.
Who wants?
Okay.
Mhm.
This, can I? This
Yeah.
Sphinx has opened. Yeah. It should be their mouth or his mouth.
There is possessive case.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sorry.
The
Okay.
Sphinx mouth has opened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants to put the words in the right order here?
The archaeologist has decided to climb up the stairs.
Can I?
Yes.
The door has closed.
The door has closed?
Suddenly, the door
Yes.
has closed.
Yes. The first word that I heard was the door. There. So that's why I asked again. What about this one?
Too much.
It's
much.
tough. It's tough one.
Yes, it's tough one. It's challenging.
The last word is change.
Yes.
The first one is.
Okay.
As
Give
the,
it a try.
as the pyramid started to change, the camel.
Change is the last word.
No, then to
Started to-
as the camel started to chew the tablet, the pyramid started to change probably.
As a camel started with to
Started to chew
go to the what
tablet.
tablet.
The pyramid started to change the shape. Oh, no, the shape of the pyramid started to change probably. The shape of the pyramid. Looks right.
Yes, it is.
In the end, the Sphinx has turned into, probably must be there, into a camel.
A camel.
You see, there is a spelling mistake there.
Yes.
But can we correct these mistakes there?
No, if it's already done, you can't correct it.
There is no like editing option.
Yes.
It's a minus.
You write the name of the site or program you are using now.
Of course. I'll write it in the chat as well.
Finally, the camel one, yes, has swallowed the tablet.
Okay, finally, the camel
has swallowed the tablet.
in the end, the Sphinx has sunk into the sand. Now, Michaela, you try alone, without our help.
Okay. There. Architect has returned to the camel. Bingo. And at the end of the video, you can see your result. So our result is 10 out of 10.
And
Well
a
done.
happy ending.
Yeah. You can edit before clicking on the green arrow. Okay. So I'll share again the presentation. Do you see it? I need to close the browser. So do you see it?
Yes.
No, I guess.
No.
It disappeared. Yeah, we see the list of links now.
Okay, so yeah, I make a screenshot if you find it useful. And another one that I suggest you is quizzes.com, but Adriana and Ina showed it to you. So now you know where to find it and how to use it. And I want to continue my presentation with some suggestions about teaching grammar. So teach only those rules which are simple and which do not have too many exceptions, at least when you start teaching a new topic. Wherever possible, teach grammar in context. When presenting grammar, try to use charts, tables, diagrams, maps, drawings to add understanding. Avoid difficult grammar terminology as much as possible. Allow enough opportunities to practice, and do not be frustrated by the students' mistakes and errors, which are inevitable in language learning. They are perfectly okay. So the conclusion is we can say that we cannot ignore grammar in language because it directly influences the effectiveness and meaning. Language and grammar both go side by side, and we cannot separate one from another. We should teach grammar, combining it with the language in a communicative way, involving and using a wide range of visuals, interactive activities, platforms, and other tools that your students find attractive. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Some useful information, useful
Thank you as
websites.
well.
Yeah, thank you. We will definitely use some of them.
Okay, that gladdens me.
Thank you.
Good luck with practicing them.
Further, Buzu Alexandrina, Neamțu Marinela, and Gudia Daniela will be talking about volunteering. Girls?
My name is Neamțu Marinela. This is Alexandrina and Gudia Daniela. And how it was already said, we're going to speak about volunteering, our experiences. And now I'm going to share my screen. I hope you see. Tell me if you see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and our teacher is Moțpan Carolina. Okay. So I would like to begin my speech with this quote. The smallest act of kindness is worth more than the grandest intention, said Oscar Wilde. Have you ever wondered how to start volunteering if there aren't any non-governmental organizations? I'll tell you my path in volunteering with the hope to inspire you. Ever since I was a child, I have been passionate about reading, and once I came to the library in order to find a new book to read, and while I was looking forward to finding it, I saw that the librarian was struggling with sorting the books. I asked how I could help, and that was the moment when I started volunteering. Ever since then, I visit the library not just to switch books, but also to help with everything I can. You may say, it's not a big deal. Everybody helps people and it's not quite volunteering. Well, if I had only sorted books, it wouldn't have been, but I didn't stop here. Together with my friends, we involved other people. We started to do different activities with children because nowadays they aren't so interested in visiting libraries or even more reading books. Therefore, we organized different contests, reading sessions, chess sessions, or various kinds of game, and it worked. We provided children with tutorials on how to use computers, how to do different projects on PowerPoint, Canva, so they could use those skills at school. Then we started to do volunteering at school. We divided our village into sections per class, and then we cleaned those areas. The reward you feel after is incomparable. After I finished school, I moved to Chisinau. I didn't stop. Even now, every time I come back, I do everything I can for my village. What did I learn? You don't need someone to lead you in order to do something kind. Be your leader. Be the one that wants to help and then encourage people to do the same thing. I can affirm beyond a shadow of a doubt, volunteering is something that feeds your soul. It's something that makes you addicted to doing kind things. But I guess it is an addiction that doesn't hurt anyone, does it? Thank you. Next one will speak Alexandrina about her experiences.
So, over the last few years, I have discovered that one of my favorite things to do in my free time is volunteer. I have volunteered for a variety of different organizations and carried out a lot of different roles. These have included simple, everyday activities like taking dogs for a walk at rescue animal shelter and running activities for children at an after-school club. Volunteering can help you make friends, learn new skills, advance your career, and even feel happier and healthier. One of the places I volunteered in the past was Concordia. This experience offered me both opportunities and pleasure to work. A vital point in volunteering is meeting people with the same interests, with whom I later formed close friendships. Every event I attended brought me great pleasure. I was proud of myself in terms of my strengths and abilities. Namely, that I can help people, I can give them what they want. For example, I am a very shy person, but my experience as a volunteer creative new skills, such as to speak in front of an audience. Another advantage of my experience was the development of my creative skills. For the Christmas holidays, I made Christmas toys and other handmade decorations. This can be seen in the pictures below. Another location where I practice volunteering is the high school where I study, the Republican Theoretical Lyceum School Aristotle. What I gather is that volunteering for me is an inevitable part of my day-to-day activities. Practicing an activity that you like means that you have a really fun time. For example, in this high school, I tutor children who want to know more about chemistry or want to level up their grades. The success of the students brings me satisfactions and motivates me to be better. Knowing that what I am doing is for a good cause makes me feel good. Volunteering offers me the chance to try out a new career without making a long-term commitment. It is also a great way to gain experiences in a new field. In conclusion, I got out of my words and stepped into the worlds of others. And I don't play for this to be my only volunteer experiences. I will continue to work for different organizations in many areas. If you like volunteering, you can start with something small and who knows what it will lead to. The most important thing to remember is that as well as helping others, you can get a great deal out of it.
Now I invite my colleague Daniela.
Yeah, thank you. So Mahatma Gandhi once said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And when I first started volunteering, it was just for fun, something that my friend and I thought would be entertaining. And I was about 13 years old. And when you are 13, you don't really realize the range of problems that the people you help are dealing with. And you don't realize that you, along with your friends and classmates, are required to clean rivers or fields, not just for fun, but because of larger issues such as the government's failure to do its job properly. We also used to collect items for our other classmates whose families were struggling financially and give them to them during the holidays or at the beginning of the school year. And bringing things from home, packing them, and feeling included in something was a joyful experience for us. But the most impactful moment for you is when you meet the people you help and see their lives and briefly enter their reality. I would like to talk about an experience that has impacted me in a way. And in 10th form, my friend and I did some volunteer work for a charity organization. And we collected donations such as groceries, and there was an elderly woman whom we helped carry home her groceries. So she told us a bit of her story. And her son was abroad, ill, and unable to return home because of a lack of funds. So she lived alone. She told us about her hospitalization and the inhuman treatment she received from nurses. She cried for several nights because of pain, and she was simply ignored despite the fact that she was elderly and had no one to take care for her. When we met that woman, she didn't even have anyone to help her with changing a light bulb in the hallway. I imagined how she was once young and had some dreams and possibly fell or was in love. And I assumed she was already employed as a nurse, like she told us she worked as one. And what happened next? Initially, her story made me feel angry because our society is built in such a way that people experience this kind of pain. And it's one thing to hear on the news about low pensions, where the number of children who don't even have basic school supplies. And it's quite another to meet them, listen to their stories, and witness a small part of their challenges. The story made me realize that there are many realities around you, many people who struggle on a daily basis, and it made me feel like our lives are really fragile and unpredictable, and no matter how hard we try to build a sense of safety, there is always the risk that everything can change at any time. To sum up, I would say that volunteering, in my perception, is about being connected to the world outside of your own. It's about recognizing our society's problem and becoming more empathetic and supportive to those around us. And if you have to think bigger, we are not that far apart. Those who are the farthest away from us are those who don't know where to build their next villa or which brand will be there. I don't know what 100 car. By giving a little, such as supplies, groceries, or a small amount of your time and effort, you receive a priceless experience on your path to self-discovery. by connecting with people, especially with those who experienced the issues of our society, you can see a bigger picture of the world we live in and decide how you want to resonate with this. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention. Those were our speeches. We hope that we inspired you to do volunteering. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. Thank you.
So that it's all. We wish you to have a good day and goodbye. Maybe
Bye-bye.
someone wants to share their impression about the conference. So goodbye. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.